Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to What Map, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very, very welcome. Well, today we have got a sizzler for you. It's a hot location, very scorched earth sort of map from the creator of Revelstoke. You remember the map with the custom vanilla dam that nobody could work out how it was made, including me? Well, that creator's taken all those vanilla bits, thrown them into the box, shaken them up, and has churned out something completely different, including another custom vanilla dam, but that isn't the star of today's show. The star will actually be the rail, and that is unusual, so look forward to that little segment. But before we get on to any other segments, there's just one last thing for you to do. That's right, hit the like button really supports the channel, gets me seen by more people and helps me grow a little bit more every single day, so thank you very much for your support. Today's map is Castamere by Bringer of Fire with a heraldic badge there, look at that, the Lion Regardant I do believe. There's your start square and of course it's perfect. Can't find fault with that at all. And then if we have a little look at the terrain heights, it's a little bit more dynamic than the last few maps we've seen. There are some hilly bits on today's map, just one or two. And then if we have a look at the resources, definitely pretty much accessible. There's not too much in the way of ore, but there is all there and it's all in the quarries. Just gonna look for the quarries. Okay, what do we need off of the workshop? Well, the generic tree pack and Western Coast are the two things that you will be wanting. Western Coast is a theme that it's in the description here. I can't remember the creator, but they want it brought to everybody's attention. It's a lovely, lovely theme, by the way. And of course, we'll be using the Relight film nut. Yeah, plenty going on with this one, plenty of reading material as well. And you do know I do like a good description, which is what we have here. Okay, let's have a little look down at ground level, and it looks pretty good. I did promise you hilly though, didn't I? Hilly it is. The theme and LUT, well, yes, it does feel warm. It does feel very warm indeed. You're going to need Relight to match up some of these warmth settings. I'll come down and have a look underneath too. Perfect bridge, of course, a perfect bridge. Yes, you're going to need Relight for that. We did do a mod spot on Relight. If you have a look on the channel, look for under the tutorials, you'll find the mod spots, and just look for Relight, and that'll teach you how to use Relight. Now, look at these very wide bridge pillars. Ooh, we'll be looking at the pillars later. There's little secrets to behold. I'm just going to scoot over the rail here because I don't want to give away too many secrets too early in the show. Just in case you're wondering, you thought you saw something. Well, you did, but we'll come back to that. I promise you we'll be spending plenty of time looking at that later. Notice the rail just disappearing there out under the underside of the highway. Must be some sort of tunnel entrance there. We will be having the rail is the star. I'm promising you, you're going to like this stuff. And then the rail emerges over here as well, and again the rail is a star. Clearly a tunnel, but it's what sort of tunnel? Yeah, it's one of those maps. And then we'll hair along. So yes, not a vanilla map, but very low in the requirements, just the generic tree pack, and it's very light on the RAM, so you won't be clogging up too much of your system with that. The entire environment of the map does feel a little bit bleak, but then it's a very hot climate, so I guess bordering on desert, getting close to desert environment, I imagine. There is a word for that area and it's escaped me. Those people that live in that like zone between the desert and what's that zone called? What do you call the area that you live in other than home, you know? Anyway, across another perfect looking bridge here to the start square intersection. It does say in the description, don't laugh at my start square intersection. It's a trumpet intersection. I'm not laughing. It actually feels a bit musical to me. It's like musical notation. It's very, very nice. I like this. I like it a lot. Don't put yourself down, Bringer. I like this. I've said that again. I'm going to say it again. It's just curly enough without being too convoluted. And all the lanes come together. I mean, it's got to come together somehow, and it comes together really well. And then down into the start square, of course, the start square roundabout to get you started there as well. We'll pull back here. Looks good to me. And somewhere down there, you probably noticed an asset. So shall we do that jingle? Yes, today's asset review, it's French Flat 56 Paris by Gèze. I've just noticed the first E in Gèze. Obviously the creators of the Arial bold font don't have that. Look, ooh, some sort of ladder thing climbing up there. Yeah, I think I'll leave that to the experts to climb up the side of there. God dear, that looks a bit frightening. Factoids, because factoids. Legend has it that Gorgias, an ancient Greek, was born in the coffin in which his mother lay dead. Oh, that's not very nice. Mind you, I guess it's convenient. How quickly did they put her in that coffin? How quickly? I don't know. Anyways, French Flat 56 Paris by Gèze. Again, of course, top quality stuff from our French creator, indeed. I was going to say from our favourite French asset creator, probably French by the sounds of it as well. And yes, and it just stopped falling out of my mouth. Anyway, let's follow the road. Not too much to see carrying on from here. It's just going to sort of like twist away from the lake and the dam. Cross the rail one more time. Oh, there is one more thing to see. Everybody get your singing voices in. Ready? La 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 la. Ready? It's everybody's favourite factory. Yes. No. Does anybody really like that asset? I don't know. It's used to good effect though. Okay, the rail tunnel. And then over here, you're going to go, it's not going to be anything different, it's not going to be anything special, it should be nice and flat, it's a top creator, it's going to make a lot of sense. It does all of those things, but then it's going to do some special things as well, things that we've never seen before. And when I saw it, I scratched my head and no, do you know what, I'm going to deconstruct this in today's show. Because last time around we did a special show how to actually make Bringer of Fire's dam, and I only worked out how to do that by actually messaging Bringer of Fire and saying, you've got to tell me how you made your dam. Well, today's show it was quite simple to pull everything apart and look, I promised you tunnels. Look at that custom entrance tunnel there. But it's vanilla. Ah, well, we won't actually have a look at that. We'll be able to make it out a lot more clearly a little bit further down the line, but we've got another one of those custom tunnel entrances right there as well. We won't look here too closely. Here is a much better view. Look at this. Look at that. Good timing, train. Wish I planned that. That was great. Look at this is vanilla, guys. Vanilla. Why have we never seen this before? I don't know. Let's turn around and have a little look from this side. Look at that. That is just top stuff, isn't it? First time. Absolute first, and it would be Bringer. You're going to come up with something creative. I mean, look over here. We've got... that's solid. That is solid. How do you get a hole through it? You'll find out before the end of today's show. I will actually deconstruct that one. You'll see how it all comes together. It's a lot more simple than it looks, but it's just as usual. Ingenious. Things that you and I, mere mortals, would not think of is what Bringer of Fire is all about. We got more of them though. We've got another one right here. That makes an awful lot of sense, but that's not all. Oh, we're going to turn up the dial in a minute, guys. We're going to turn up the dial. Caught up with that train again. Anybody got a ticket for that train? You didn't need it. Just take the BonBonB helicopter down here. Past the quarries, there's plenty of these little quarries dotted about, and then under and through the start square intersection. Not too much to look at here, it's all perfectly fine, but then underneath this road bridge. Are you ready? I don't think we're going to get very far down here without it popping up onto the road, but we'll have a go. So down here, look at this. Look at, oh yeah, I thought that was going to happen, but it was worth a try. Look at this. This is hover down a little bit. Well done. That's just lovely. Hopefully we don't get a train crashing through our backsides in a moment, because it is coming this way. We're just slightly ahead of it. But yeah, that's just love. Look at that lovely work. Vanilla work. Excellent. Still not finished though with the rail. because not just one thing, but two other things, two completely different things to follow. Like here, if we come down here, you look at the way this is tucked in underneath this elevated bit of road with these supporting pillars all the way around. That is, I don't know, once again, I'm not sure we'll be able to get in here, but we'll have a go. I'm too high. Too high. Okay, let me try getting back down the ground level. Get down the ground level. Try again. Down here. Try down the ground. Oh, there's that train. Down the ground. Will it let us go under here? Ooh, it might be a bit tight. No, it's... well, you can't say I didn't try for you guys. You can't say I didn't try. Does look stunning. Lots and lots of precision work going on there. Really do like that one. Well done. And the rail emerges over here and nips under a plain boring. No one wants to see that. Then, perfect bridge, by the way. And then we've got the dam. And the rail goes over the dam. We're still keeping up with this train. Look at it. And look, we've got something a bit different going on here as well. Vanilla, guys. Absolutely 100% vanilla. Do you recognise this? Do you know what that's been created out of? Well, you'll find out after the intermission. You won't have to wait long because the intermission is coming up in 3, 2, 1, play.
Fed up with vanilla or ploppable parking lots in your city? Wondering what Bonnie Day's Parking Lots Roads is all about? Then you need BonBonB's Parking Lots tutorial. Click the information button below.
And so back to the shipping routes. Now I have a little problem with the shipping routes, just a little one. It's just enough to prevent maps from getting 5 stars. That's all you need, is a little problem. Perfect little triangle there. That's all very slick and sleek. It goes off the edge of the map beautifully there. But here's your problem. We've got a second shipping route here that connects from side to side, and that's perfectly fine as well. But anything on that second shipping route that wants to get to the coast has to cut across the main shipping route, which means you may get ships colliding through each other, and that can look a little bit awkward. Just a little bit, because there is no collision detection, obviously. Water flow. We have some very nice rivers, and they are very nice rivers. They're not really high production rivers, but there's enough. There is definitely enough to get going. Up here we've got, there's your main river flow coming down past the start square. It's fairly shallow, but once again, to get started, until you can get up to the main lake, and then you can start drawing from there and maybe pumping out a little bit further downstream. But in terms of playability, perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. Water does indeed just about ekes its way out into the sea, or the lake that is down here. I like to think of that as the sea down there. Right, okay, so overall, the map does look pretty dramatic, doesn't it? I think it looks... the design of the map is eye-catching, and that's always a big aesthetic winner for me, even if it's not the most aesthetic of maps we have seen, especially from Bringer, who's given us some rather nice stuff in the past. Quarries simple, chiseled out, very basic. Don't want to compare it too much with my edge of map quarries in St Catherine's Point, but it's a similar sort of concept. Don't need to be too clever, just a little bit of flat land chiseled into a hill. I'm really liking this lake. I'm going to show you this lake as well, because I'm going to show you a problem in a minute with the water. Not problem. But oh look, if you look out here, you can see where the water, in the rainy season, where the water is supposed to flow down this little, it's resource painted down here with the trees. I wonder if the water really does follow that path. Do you know what? We're going to test it. Don't worry, I'm not going to mark you down, Bringer, if this doesn't work. I'm just curious. I like playing. I like to have a little play. Right, set the water medium light. It's not totally light. It's not going to flood the entire environment, but that should be enough to get the water down to the river by the end of today's show. And yeah, we're just out of curiosity, really. Yes, so water. Oh, hello. What are you doing there? Gone for a little swim? Have you got your trunks on? Oh, it's the old trunks joke again. How many times can I wheel that out? Yes, we have a drowned tree on the map. Just the one. Anyway, follow the river downstream. I like that island. And then there's one a little bit further down here I have a minor problem with. Not this one. This one looks okay to me. It's the next one. Just a minor one. Don't get too excited, guys. Here. That looks okay, but look at the rock at the beginning. That's clearly what's formed the island. That rock is what split the water. But look at what's happened to the water behind. It's starting to wash around behind. I'd like to have seen the island connect up more with the rock. I feel that sandbar would definitely have connected up with the rock. There's just a bit too much of a gap there, considering that the cause of the island is the rock. I'm not totally buying that island would have separated up again afterwards. Just a minor thing. Just how pedantic can I be? Oh, look at the sediment lines there and the erosion. Oh, it's so lovely. I'm loving the erosion on the hills as well. It's just subtle and gentle, but rugged as well. And there's a lot of warmth in the map, and that was intended as well. Really do like that. Right, where was our lake? Here it is. Let's have a look at how the water's coming. Oh, it's still finding its way down. But it is following that line. It is following that line. It's not too... A little bit of overflow on the other side, but I don't suspect there's supposed to be that much water coming out from that. I have put in quite a heavy flow there. Look at this. Maybe if I just turn that down a little bit. Just a wee bit. To do that about 0.005. There you go. Okay, that should ease off a little bit then. We've got enough water going downstream anyway now to see us through. That'll get to the bottom. We'll come back and have a little look again in a minute. Right, is there anything that I've missed? I'm sure there is. Let's have a look. What have we got down here? The dam and stuff. Okay, now, this is rather special, okay? It's very similar in some respects, in that it's all custom vanilla assets, but can you work out what we are looking at here? And the answer is really very straightforward, as always. Let me move it. Move. Gotcha. Right. Let's drag the whole thing out. Yes. It's the solar power plant. Look at this fella with the Dyson hair dryer thing in the middle there. What is going on with that? Anyway, yes. Very creative use of that, and it's amazing how the train that's actually work through. It must have taken some time to get the levels exactly right there as well. You have to remember there's an awful lot of work gone into getting that set exactly the right levels, and for it to work as well. What are these pillars actually doing? Let's have a look at these pillars. What are you guys? Need to have a look. What are you? It's one of those. It is one of those. Raise it up. Oh, it's a tall one. Sorry. Put it away. Put it away. And then let's have a look at that tunnel. That's the one that I know you're all wondering, how was the tunnel made? Let's find an example. Bit awkward to get underneath there now. Let's find where was that first one? Where were you? Here we are. This is the fella. Right, so let's deconstruct this, shall we? We'll just move it again to grab this, and we'll copy it. So we're using these bridge pillars like this, one like that. In fact, possibly what we could do is grab a few of them like that, and then we'll just copy those. There we go. So that's what the outside wall of the tunnel is all about. But what about the inside bit? That's what you want to know, isn't it? Well, we're going to grab that, and there you go. It's these. And they have basically been popped. One. No, let's see if we can line it. Doesn't have to be perfect, BonBon. Don't try and be a perfectionist. That's Bringer's job. Anyway, yeah, and that is how the whole thing was made. That, to me, is just pure genius. So simple, and yet so effective. So there we are. Right, well, Bringer, you have surpassed yourself again, as always. As always. God, I don't know. Right, how's our water flow going, do you think? Do you reckon we've connected up with the river now? Where was our lake? Where was our lake? It's up here. There you go. Right, so the river does actually follow. Although it's got a very, very full lake. It's back flowing. backflowing into the lake there. Let's remove that now completely. Don't need any more backfill into the lake. So yes, okay, forget about the drowned trees, because obviously they are just in the lush water, and it wouldn't be a strong stream like that. It'd just be a trickle. And then just the overflow on the top side there, I'm not worried about that at all. But yeah, the overflow does work. So what do you think of this map anyway? What do you think? Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your vote really does count. We use it at the end of the month for the viewer's choice top 10. Will this be one of the top 10 maps of the month? Only you can decide. And it's a very strong month. A very, very strong month. I imagine it's going to be in the top 10, but I have no idea. I have no clue how it's going to perform against the rest. So, well, let's have a look. Aesthetically, it's memorable. It's not the prettiest map I've seen by any stretch of the imagination, but it's memorable. It does look good, eye-catching. I think it definitely worth 4 stars. Detailing's amazing, isn't it? Detailing's amazing, but I do have to point out we do have those shipping routes that will cross in gameplay, and we have got a drowned tree. Yes, we do. I have to mark it down by a star. It can't get the 5th star. It's not perfect. It's a 4-star map. Gameplay potential. Lots of playability with this one, but it's lacking an X factor. I don't know what the X factor is, but it just doesn't really feel like a 5-star map. So I'm going to give it 4 stars for gameplay. It is playable. 4 stars is always a good score, but I just don't feel that I can justify a 5th star out of it. So there we are. Castamere by a bringer of fire. And that is a pretty slick, if I say so myself. But of course it does get the BonBonB seal of approval. Right, so that's it for today. What have I got tomorrow? I've got another, the 3rd in a row of top creators. A creator that if you're regular to the show, you will be aware of, and you will be in awe of their previous work. Told you, it's not just a strong month, it's a strong week. Is this one of the maps of the week? I don't know. I really don't know. It's such a strong week. Anyway, thanks for watching, for commenting, for liking and for subscribing. Join me tomorrow for another map in the What's Map series, and have a lovely, lovely day today, won't you? I'm going to go and grab myself a cup of coffee because I feel I have earned it.